For 50 years, you've been taught to see cholesterol as the enemy. That's like blaming the firefighter for the fire. A landmark study in the British Medical Journal, observing 500,000 people, uncovered a quiet truth. Individuals who ate an egg every day actually had a lower risk of dying from heart disease. The idea of a cholesterol bomb is a myth. The egg is a biological powerhouse, and today we are replacing that myth with a roadmap. I am going to give you the precise week-by-week biological account of what happens to your body, your brain, and your hormones when you commit to eating 5 eggs a day for 30 days. This is the kind of transformation people chase for years with expensive supplements, yet it's been waiting in your refrigerator. I'm curious, have you been told by a doctor or family member to limit eggs? Let me know below. The advice is common, but it's outdated. However, before we begin week 1, you must understand a critical distinction. This entire biological shift hinges on one detail that 99% of people get wrong at the grocery store. Get this wrong, and the next 30 days are a complete waste of your time. That mistake is made in the egg aisle under the hum of fluorescent lights, where you are faced with a wall of carefully constructed lies. Understand this. Terms like cage-free or free-range are marketing illusions. They often mean nothing more than a crowded, dusty warehouse where thousands of birds are crammed together, never seeing the sun. This is not the fuel that will transform your biology. Your focus must be singular. Look for one term only: pasture-raised. This isn't a semantic game, it's a difference in chemistry. Pasture-raised hens live outside. They forage on their natural diet of grass, worms, and insects. This diet transforms the yolk into a deep, vibrant orange, not because of dyed feed, which is a common factory farm trick, but because it is dense with the building blocks of health. We're talking about far higher levels of brain-protecting omega-3 fatty acids and the fat-soluble vitamins like D and E that are almost non-existent in their indoor So secure this fuel source. This is non-negotiable. With the right eggs in hand, the 30-day clock can finally start. In the first 7 days, something quiet but profound happens. That constant, low-level noise in your head, the cravings, the indecision, the background static of a modern mind, it begins to fade. The noise just stops. Next, we'll explore the precise biological reason for this newfound silence. That silence is the sound of your body finally receiving the right code. By day 3 or 4, you notice it. The constant mental negotiation about snacks, the gnawing distraction of hunger, it's just gone. This happens because you are solving one of the core problems of modern life. You are no longer overfed and undernourished. Think about a typical carb-heavy breakfast like cereal or a bagel. It's a shot of fast-burning fuel that sends your blood sugar on a volatile roller coaster. You get a brief rush, but the inevitable crash by 10 a.m., and certainly by 3 p.m., leaves your brain screaming for another hit. That frantic signal is the noise. 5 pasture-raised eggs are fundamentally different. This isn't just 350 calories, it's a functional package of nutrition containing around 30 grams of superior protein and 25 grams of healthy fat. This fat-protein matrix is the key. It digests slowly, triggering a steady, hours-long release of satiety hormones like peptide YY. This signal tells your brain, we are safe, we are resourced, the emergency is over. For the first time, your insulin levels stabilize. This is monumental. A state of low, stable insulin is what finally grants your body permission to unlock its own stored fat for fuel. Your body remembers how to run on this clean, efficient energy. The result in this first week is not necessarily a dramatic drop on the scale. It's the feeling of steady, unwavering energy and a quiet mind. You've completed the induction phase. You have successfully silenced the noise of physical hunger. But that was just laying the foundation. The real upgrade is about to happen upstairs in the command center. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and completely forget why you're there? That brief, frustrating fog? Next, we address that. We begin to repair the very hardware of your brain. This repair process is not about a temporary jolt like sugar or caffeine. That's just keeping the lights on in the building. This is about rebuilding the power station itself. The primary tool for this is a nutrient called choline. Eggs are nature's most concentrated source, and it's a quiet deficiency many people live with. Your body converts choline into a neurotransmitter named acetylcholine. This is the molecule of focus, memory, and learning. When you're low on it, the cognitive gears grind. You reread the same paragraph, you forget the name on the tip of your tongue. The 5 eggs you're eating deliver a powerful dose of choline that is, in effect, greasing the very gears of your thought process, allowing for faster, smoother connections. But smooth function is only half the story. We must also repair the machine itself. This is where the pasture-raised distinction becomes critical. These eggs are rich in the omega-3 fatty acid, DHA. DHA is not energy, it is structure. It is the literal material your brain uses to build and repair its cell membranes and neurons. So while choline is making the software run faster, DHA is patching the motherboard. You're not just thinking clearer, you're operating from a more stable, resilient neurological foundation. This is why the change often feels so deep, translating to a calmer mood as the system itself becomes less volatile. There is one more layer. The deep orange yolk of a true pasture-raised egg contains 2 specific antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. Think of these as your body's internal sunglasses. They migrate directly to your retina to absorb and neutralize damaging blue light from screens, protecting your vision at a cellular level. So in week 2, you've upgraded your brain's hardware and software, but the physical reconstruction across your entire body is just getting started. Many people turn to expensive protein shakes to build or maintain muscle. What they don't understand is that the protein in a whole egg is absorbed and used so efficiently, it can make those powders seem like a profound waste of money. Next, we'll look at the data showing why eggs are almost 3 times more effective at building and repairing your body's tissue than even high-quality whey protein. That claim that whole eggs are almost 3 times more effective than whey protein isn't an exaggeration. It's based on a crucial biological metric called net nitrogen utilization, or NNU. Think of it as the ultimate measure of protein quality. It asks a simple question. Of all the protein you eat, what percentage does your body actually absorb and use to build and repair tissue? Here is the data. For a whole egg, the NNU is an astonishing 48 to 50%. For even high-quality whey protein, that number plummets to just 17 to 20%. To understand the significance of this, imagine you're building a house and you order 2 types of lumber. The whey protein is like a shipment where for every 100 planks you receive, 80 are warped, unusable, and end up as scrap. The egg protein, however, is like a shipment of premium pre-cut lumber, where nearly half the pieces fit perfectly into your structure with 0 waste. You are not just getting more material, you are getting the right material. This is why by week 3, you start feeling a difference in your physical structure. Nearly half of every gram of protein from those 5 eggs is being directly woven into repairing your muscles, strengthening your organs, and fortifying your bones. For anyone concerned with fighting age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, this level of efficiency is non-negotiable. This also reveals the tragedy of the modern egg white trend. By throwing away the yolk, you are not just removing fat and cholesterol, you are removing the very nutrients required to properly utilize the protein in the white. It's a profound misunderstanding of nutritional synergy. Furthermore, the fat in the yolk helps buffer the insulin response from the protein, which promotes a state of muscle building without simultaneously sending a signal to store fat. Now, as you begin rebuilding your body with what is essentially nature's perfect protein, you are going to encounter a problem. It is not biological, it is social. Friends, family, maybe even your doctor will see you eating 5 eggs a day and warn you about cholesterol. They are looking at a firefighter and blaming them for the fire. In our final week, we will dismantle this 50-year-old lie and reveal why that very cholesterol is the mother molecule your body desperately needs. So let's quantify the crime that they accuse you of. Your 5 eggs a day provide roughly 1,000 milligrams of dietary cholesterol. The outdated, arbitrary guideline from decades ago warned you to stay under 300 milligrams. Pause here for a moment. 1,000 milligrams. By the old rules, you are committing a cardinal sin of nutrition 3 times over every single day. This is the moment your own worried mind might tell you to quit, but it is making a fundamental error. It's blaming the firefighter for the fire. Picture it clearly. The fire is inflammation in your arteries, ignited by sugar, processed oils, and stress. Cholesterol is the firefighter. It is the healing agent your body dispatches to the scene to patch, seal, and repair the damage. You would never blame the presence of a firefighter for the existence of a fire. The real culprit is the chronic inflammation of the modern lifestyle. Your body understands this. That's why your own liver produces between 1,000 to 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol every single day, adjusting its production based on how much you eat. It's an intelligent, self-regulating system. Your body makes it because it is the mother molecule, the essential raw material from which your most vital hormones are built. Testosterone, estrogen, cortisol. Your sense of drive, your ability to recover, your resilience to stress. These are not abstract feelings. They are the downstream products of a healthy hormonal supply chain, which begins with cholesterol. This is also why the fear of high cholesterol is so misunderstood. Eating eggs helps shift your LDL profile away from the small, dense, and truly dangerous particles, and towards the large, fluffy, harmless kind. Your total number might go up, but your actual risk profile goes down. But the benefits don't just stop at your hormones or even your heart health. There is one more hidden benefit to this 30-day journey, a kind of biological backdoor that is especially crucial if you're one of the 40% of people with a very specific and very common genetic flaw. This genetic flaw is a mouthful, MTHFR. I know, it sounds more like a swear word than a gene, but for roughly 40% of the population, it's a silent glitch in their operating system. This variant impairs your body's ability to perform a critical process called methylation. Think of it as a blocked highway inside your cells. It makes it difficult to convert a potentially toxic compound called homocysteine into a harmless one. Over time, high homocysteine can act like rust in your arteries, driving inflammation and becoming a far more accurate predictor of heart trouble than the cholesterol we've been taught to fear. So how do you clear this biological traffic jam? Your body needs specific B vitamins, but crucially, it needs them in their methylated or pre-activated form to bypass the glitch. This is where the simple egg reveals its final secret. A pasture-raised egg is a powerhouse of naturally occurring, easily absorbable methylated folate, that's B9, B12, and the vital methylation supporter choline. When you eat these eggs, you are delivering a pre-made key to a locked door. You're bypassing your own genetic programming, allowing your body to quiet inflammation on a cellular level. It's an elegant biological solution that has been waiting in nature all along. But all of this, the 4 weeks of transformation, the brain clarity, the hormonal balance, and even this genetic key, can be rendered useless. In fact, you can actively reverse your progress in under 60 seconds in your own kitchen if you make one common mistake. That mistake is how you cook them. The final, non-negotiable rule of this entire protocol is this: the heat you apply can either unlock the egg's benefits or turn it into an inflammatory agent. High heat is the enemy. It blasts the delicate fats and cholesterol, oxidizing them. An oxidized molecule is a damaged molecule. The same aggressive heat it destroys the very B vitamins and choline that are so critical for your brain and methylation pathways. Your goal is simple. Keep the yolk as intact and runny as possible. This preserves the integrity of the nutrients. The safest and most effective methods are soft boiling, poaching, or cooking them over easy, where the white is set but the yolk remains liquid gold. But this is where most people go wrong, especially with scrambled eggs. We have all seen the sad, rubbery, gray-tinged piles at a hotel breakfast buffet. That texture is the visual evidence of nutritional destruction. The proteins are seized up, the fats are damaged. Here is how you make the perfect medicinal scramble. First, use a pan on genuinely low heat. Add a slice of grass-fed butter. Once it's melted, add your whisked eggs and stir them gently, almost lovingly, and continuously. The moment they start to look glossy and are about 80% cooked, but still visibly wet, take them off the heat. They will continue to cook in the residual warmth of the pan. What you're left with is not a rubbery solid, but a creamy, custard-like texture. This velvety consistency is your sensory confirmation that you have preserved the delicate fat structure, ensuring every molecule of choline, DHA, and cholesterol is ready to be used by your body for repair. You haven't just cooked breakfast, you've prepared your medicine correctly. Across these 30 days, you've done far more than just follow a protocol. You have systematically reset your palate, lowered your baseline insulin, and quieted the constant noise of cravings. You flooded your brain with the exact fuel it needs for focus, and provided your entire hormonal system with the foundational raw materials it has been starved for. But on a deeper level, you haven't just been eating food. You have been feeding information to your DNA, a clear, unambiguous signal to build, to repair, and to thrive. This was never about a 30-day diet. It is an act of remembering how you are designed to function. If this breakdown has given you a sense of clarity and control, support the channel with a like and subscribe so you never miss another video on mastering your own biology. And I'm curious, let me know in the comments, are you team soft-boiled or team scrambled?